Okay, to conclude on this series of videos, I've been exploring the emotional systems in depth, as I think an understanding of them helps us in two ways. Firstly, we realise that it's not only okay to ascribe emotions to horses, we must. If we want to create happy, calm, relaxed horses who have a fulfilling life, we have to take their emotional needs fully into account. It's the most important thing. Now, often we're told that we are projecting our feelings onto horses, and sometimes we are, because we're empathic creatures and they're empathic creatures. So sometimes they are expressing our fear, our anxiety, our calmness, our relaxation. Certainly there is an empathic partnership going on here. But often what we're doing is we're recognising their emotions because they've the same kind of emotions as us. So we're recognising that our horse is scared. We might be scared too, or a new show or a new situation, but the horse may be scared and we may be scared, or the horse may be scared and we may be confident, or the horse may be confident and we may be scared. We are empathic animals who feel the same way, and we have to understand when it's us and when it's them and when it's both of us. Trials have shown they recognise angry and happy human faces from photographs of strangers. That is amazing. It's not even about familiarity, it's not even about presence. It is that they have a very sophisticated brain system for recognising emotions. That's because they are herd animals. They have a very big repertoire of communication, very subtle communication systems between us. In fact, if you look at a herd of horses grazing, it could look very dull, but we all know there's an absolute soap opera going on in there if you take the time to watch. The second way understanding these emotional systems helps us is in training. To me, it becomes obvious that when you understand the emotionality of horses, the only fair way to train is positively and with rewards. That's because when we train with rewards, we stimulate the good feeling systems of seeking, care and play. Now, it's easy to train behaviours with pressure, but if you train with pressure, you are stimulating the emotions that don't feel good, fear and rage, and the seeking system is used to help the horse find an answer to the puzzle of how to get out of this difficult situation. And that creates a very different emotional state from a horse who's using the seeking system to find an answer to a puzzle to earn rewards. And of course, bringing these emotional systems into play creates huge motivation for your horse. The chemistry of activating these brain systems creates the calm interest we're looking for. So they want to be with you, they want to play, they want to be ridden, they want to go out for a walk, they want to do the stuff that you want to do with them, and you create a very, very great partnership. And this is a lifetime bond. They are set up to make lifetime bonds, and what we're delighted about is that most people who come to connection training, like you probably, want to create that lifetime bond with their horse, and you know, they're willing to put the time and the energy in to make it happen. Now, this is much more than just coming in for a feed bucket. This kind of motivation stimulates their play system and their care system, so they're engaged at a deep level. They come to enjoy puzzling out problems, working without needing food rewards all the time. And they come to see their human as a source of comfort, safety and care for their needs. Here you see that Zambi is choosing to leave the free food that Z is eating, because she wants to come and interact and play with Hannah. Now, she wouldn't bother if it was all about the food. She would just stay and eat the free food with Z. Now, I've looked at each emotional system separately in this series to explain and understand them, but obviously they work together. They work in symphony. Sometimes two of them can be firing off at the same time. It's a very complex situation when we look at emotionality. So here the squirrel is feeling conflicted, as the seeking system is propelling him forward to get the food, and the fear system is telling him to run away from the dangerous human holding it. You look at the male social dominance around mares, and it involves seeking, rage, lust and play. There's a high level of testosterone, so it's a highly charged emotional system. Mares with young foals are strongly in their care system, and that quickly allies with rage if they feel that their foals are at threat, and it becomes the maternal aggression that we know so well. Now the other thing I want to note is that all behaviour is emotional. The old classic, it ain't what you do, it's the way that you do it, comes to mind. And the important thing to know is that when an animal is learning a behaviour, then the emotions that that animal feels at the time while they're learning it will become attached to that behaviour. So if the animal is feeling even a small level of fear around, say, taking a bit, that will be attached to that. On the other hand, if the animal is feeling in curiosity with the seeking system, is feeling relaxed with you with the care system, and you approach it in a playful way, so you start teaching fetch and then you turn it into fetching the bit, then those happy emotions will get attached to the bit. So I want my horse to feel happy in learning, and then I want those behaviours to feel good when the animal is performing them. And that's why I like to focus on bringing up the positive emotions when I'm training my horses. That's the end of this series exploring the work of Jaak Panksepp. There are some great videos and TED Talks of his on the internet, and I've added some links to them on the blurb that goes with this video. His work has really helped us at Connection Training to get the scientific support for the way we already train. And I hope my series has given you a new way to think about horses, or has given you the scientific support you needed for the way you were thinking about them already. Now you have the science to back up those pub arguments about anthropomorphism, for example. And if you'd like to learn to train your horse in this way, we have a full library of online courses covering everything from daily handling, loading and travelling, to riding and lateral work. So why not check them out at our website? And thank you for listening, and thank you for the great feedback I've had on this series. It's been very reinforcing, and I'll see you soon.